Well, we have to revert to the markets because the losses have gotten a bit deeper, starker and wider. The mid-cap index is now down 2.2%. The graph will come up for you. It's at its lowest point of the day. And the advanced declines graph will also come up for you. The Nifty Bank has fallen only, the Nifty itself has fallen only 1.25%. That is the best performing index. The Nifty mid-caps is the one that's fallen the sharpest, 2.2% down. And as you can see, the advanced declines graph is widening. It doesn't give you the extent or the intensity of the fall because it is 7 stocks in the red for 1 in the green. So something like 85% of the market is in the red compared to where it was when we wound up business on Monday. So the markets quite clearly are reacting very negatively to the news that's coming from the border, because with each passing minute, it is just getting more serious. The Prime Minister holding a meeting with key ministers. Yeah. So what we thought could be just a surgical strike now looks a little more serious. We have to wait and see. We still don't have official communication from the Indian side. What we have are official communication from the Pak side. We will play out to you what the Maharashtra Chief Minister said. Okay, actually we have that bite from Devendra Fadnavis, the Maharashtra Chief Minister. This is the only official person we have. It should not be treated as an official statement from the government, but he is a representative of the government, so hear him out.
भारतीय सेनेचा मला अभिमान वाटतो की भारतीय सेनेने आज एक प्रकारे आमच्या शहीद जवानांचं बलिदान हे वाया जाणार नाही हे खऱ्या अर्थानं पाकिस्तानला दाखवून दिलं आहे. अजून सगळी अधिकृत माहिती ही माझ्याकडे नाही आहे, पण मीडिया रिपोर्ट्सवरनं आणि जी काही माहिती माझ्याकडे उपलब्ध आहे त्यानुसार ज्या प्रकारे एअर स्ट्राइक्स करून टार्गेटेड जैश ए मोहम्मदचे किंवा इतर जे आतंकवादी अशा प्रकारचे त्या ठिकाणी कॅम्प्स होते की जिथं खऱ्या अर्थानं आतंकवाद्यांना पाकिस्तान ट्रेनिंग देऊन भारतामध्ये पाठवत होतं त्या कॅम्प्सला उद्ध्वस्त करण्याचं काम हे त्या ठिकाणी झालेलं आहे.
Okay, well, the Chief Minister has made it very clear that he's also reacting to sourced information. So this is not an official Government of India statement. His sourced information is that the terrorist camps have been attacked. And that is a fitting reply, as he says, to the kind of encouragement to terrorism that was given from across the border. This is broadly what he said in Marathi. So again, it was not, he said, Sutro Anusar. So it is again, according to sources, it is not an official statement of the Government of India.
Absolutely. Well, that is the situation as of now. That meeting, that all-important cabinet meeting is underway, being chaired by the Prime Minister himself. In the interim, let's get back to some more corporate conversations. Now, Thomas Cook is in focus today. The company has acquired 51% stake in DigiPhoto Entertainment Imaging, which is among the world's leading and Asia's largest souvenir imaging solution providers. Mahadevan Menon, Chairman and MD of Thomas Cook, is joining in. Mr. Menon, good to have you on the show, sir. But given the state of the situation around us, before I talk about your acquisition, I just want to get a general sense. When events like this occur, I mean, we're looking at a border situation now. In the past, what does history tell us? To what extent is there impact on inbound travel? I mean, can it really be disruptive for your business?
Well, let me address each business separately, Surabhi. Good morning, Lata, Surabhi. Basically, in terms of the inbound business, the season is already over. Okay. So as far as we're concerned, I don't think there'll be any impact for European tourists and American tourists who do come to India around this time. So I think that's not an issue. On the outbound, I have never seen, in my 19 years at Thomas Cook, I've never seen any of these events really impact us. And my expectation is that life will continue as normal. What happens on the border is serious, obviously, but I don't think it will affect sentiment in any way.
Okay. Mr. Menon, take that on board. Just wanted to know about the new acquisition now. What does this company do, DigiPhoto Entertainment Imaging, and what is its connection at all to your main business?
Okay. Lata, first of all, if you go to theme parks, malls, resorts around the world, there is a lot of candid photography that takes place. What we call in the business, they call it skilled photography, where cameras are positioned at various parts of the park, where they photograph rides, people's reactions, all sorts of things that are done as a part of this exercise. It's extremely popular outside India. You'll see it at all the theme parks in Asia, in the US, and the theme parks that you find in Europe. Digiphoto Entertainment Imaging was set up in 2004 basically to cater to this segment. They operate in 250 locations spread over 14 countries, a lot of it which is in Asia and in the Middle East, and basically catering to the tourist traffic that comes to these theme parks. We found it to be a very exciting company, and when you go back to the point of the relationship between us and them in terms of business, you must recognize that the outbound tourists going out of India and Hong Kong from our companies visit theme parks as a regular part of their business. If you look at our destination management business that's located in the Middle East and Asia, again, we bring in tourists who visit these theme parks. So while there is no direct connection, there is an indirect connection. The other aspect is that it is EBITDA and cash accretive from day one. So from our perspective, it was a good acquisition. The management is very good, and we believe that it is a sustainable business.
Okay, you put in 145 crore. What is the ROI you expect, and by when? Say, what is the ROI for FY20, for FY21?
Okay, so let me step back. First of all, the EBITDA multiple that we acquired this is about 6.8 times. My expectation is that this will pay itself back in about 3 years, given the current profitability and the conservative projections that we have made on the business in the next 5 years. So our expectation is that this will pay back fairly quickly. We believe that the valuation was a fair one, and therefore, I'm very confident that it will pay back well within its time.
So, Mr. Menon, just to complete our understanding on this, one of the reports that I read on this said that this is perhaps a bit of a portfolio investment for you. I mean, or is this something that could become strategic to the business, and at some point you look at increasing your stake perhaps even further or investing further in this business? Is that the line of thought, or is this just a strategic portfolio investment with the kind of ROI that you mentioned?
Surabhi, we generate, the group generates over 350 crores of free cash every year. Part of that goes back into organic growth, but the balance we use to buy companies which we believe fit the various criteria that we look at. I call this a portfolio investment because it's not directly related to our business and is indirectly related. We have an agreement with the partner that we'll partner them in the long term. So no, we will retain it at 51%, which allows us to consolidate the numbers into our books. But we have no plans at this stage to increase our shareholding.
All right. We'll have to leave it at that. Mr. Madhavan Menon, thank you very much indeed for joining us with the data and the details of this new acquisition, and the fact that trends in travel and tourism itself not affected by the tense border news that we are now faced with.